This is a general reading for Scorpio for the month of October. So if Scorpio is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Again, for the month of October, I am offering a complimentary 30-minute reading to someone who either subscribes or puts in a comment for the month of October. And know that I do read all of your comments, and I so appreciate the support that you've given me and the channel and the good blessings and thoughts for my fur babies. So thank you so much. It's very appreciated. Now, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you think you're a subscriber, look at the video and see if it says subscriber. Sometimes YouTube changes that, and you can always change it back to being a subscriber. Now, to be a subscriber costs absolutely nothing. It is free. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe. I will not send you any marketing. I will not send you emails. I will not send you texts. And why do you want to be a subscriber? Well, it's free, and you'll be considered for that complimentary reading. And if you want to be notified for the videos coming out, all you have to do is hit the notification and you'll be notified. And up ahead, I'm going to have some offers for subscribers. When I move back to the States, I'm going to probably do some streaming for subscribers only, maybe do some mini readings for you. So that's one of the things that's up ahead. Now, right now, I have, for my readings for the month of October, I have $5 off for the subscribers. And these are for the interactive live readings, or you can have it by video, your choice. So the normal price for a 30-minute reading is $30, and for our subscribers, it will be $25. For the hour reading, which is normally $50, it will be $45 for an hour reading. Can be live or can be video, your choice. So if you're interested in that, send me an email. $45 for an hour reading is really a good price, a very good deal. So, consider that for the month of October. Also, if you like the video, thumbs up, that will help. And share the video. I know that you've been sharing it and sharing the channel. The channel is growing so well. Thank you so much for your support. The other thing is that I'm asking my team community, and we're international, that I have my house for sale in Portugal. And I'm going to be posting under the community for this page about the house. It's for sale in Portugal. I'll be posting pictures. It is in CASTRO, MARIM, Portugal, at the east end of the Algarve, almost to Spain. And the bridge to Spain is, you can even see the bridge to Spain as you come into CASTRO, MARIM. It is like 10 minutes from Villarreal de San Antonio. My house is 2 bedrooms, a large courtyard, a garage, kitchen, bathroom, and the sitting room. I paid $135 for it. I have put in $45,000 of improvements, so I have it for sale at $195, and that is negotiable. Out my front door is the castle, which used to be the home of the Knights Templar, and if you look to the right, you will see the fortress. It's walking distance. Like if you go out through the garage, there's the Supermercado, the grocery store. And then we have 2 banks here in the village, the Chinese store, the 2 beauty shops, pharmacy, 6 cafes, I think. So everything's right here, but it's also very, very close. Now, the ALGARVE is the place where people from the north, like Holland and Germany, the Scandinavian countries, this is where they come in the winter time. It's warmer, so there's a lot of expats and retired people that come here. It looks like California in the 50s and 60s as you go along the Algarve, because it has the ocean. That is the coastline of the ocean. So please share it because I know that we're international, and This is a very desirable area for retirees. So thank you so much. Now, I have Nina on the table here. You can hear her little snoring now. Jason's in the bedroom, Milo's in the sitting room, and Hope is outside. I have shuffled the cards for you, and this is for Scorpio. And what is it that you need to know? And I'm using the Morgan Greer deck. Now, I always ask Spirit, what do they need to know? What do you need to know? And I keep getting something like a conversation with a man, and I don't know, I don't think it's a relationship kind of thing. I think it's like a project conversation, like you might be maybe having some work done, like on your house, or maybe about a job, some sort of conversation. So we'll see what comes up here with the cards. But I see some sort of negotiation or conversation. The first card we have, well, here's the Knight of Cups. There's your man. There's the man. It could be about home. We'll see if it's about home or relationship. Crossed over by about some choices, the Seven of Cups. Could be moving also and looking at some different choices. Then at the base of it is Temperance. Behind you is the Moon. Crowning you is the Hierophant. Ahead, Nina, we're right here. Let's move these cards over here a bit, since you moved a bit. Don't want to wake her up. Ahead is the Ace of Rods, a new opportunity or a project. Then we have, you're feeling the Ten of Wands. This is what you're feeling. Then we have the Death card. This has been showing up a lot. You know, the Death card is not death. It's the ending of one thing and the beginning of another. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So we have two aces. And the final outcome is the Six of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands. This is good. The Ace of Swords with the Lovers, some information or some choices. Could be a relationship, it could be some choices. Then we have the Death card with Destiny, Fate. So what's ever happening is just as it shall be. Ten of Wands with, actually this is very good. It's the Four of Cups with the Ten of Wands. So some new opportunities, even though there's a lot of burdens. Now the Ten of Wands in the other deck shows the light along the road, and we'll go over what this means, but it's like the end of some burdens are going to be lifted. Two of Swords ahead with the Ace of Rods, a Hierophant with the Page of Pentacles. Behind you, the Moon with the High Priestess. Absolutely, those go together. Temperance with the Page of Rods, another message. You're getting some messages here. Yes. Two aces so far. And then the Chariot moving forward. So we got some action movement going. And the Chariot with the King of Cups. Okay. So, I see one sword, but that's just two swords. But it's the beginning swords. It's not, some stressful, challenging situation. It's beginnings. Ace of Swords and Two of Swords. So it's the beginning, it's the information. And then I think the Page of Swords is also here. No, it's just the Ace of Swords. Okay, so your reading for the month of October is, first, the Knight of Cups. Remember I said a conversation with a man? So Knight of Cups crossed over by some choices. And the Chariot with the King of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Cups can indicate, for example, moving, relationships, because the Seven of Cups, you do have some choices. You're at the beginning of a journey, And it's almost like you're, you know, especially like in Europe, when you see those signs, and it has all these signs pointing different ways, and you're like in a place that has roads going 4 different ways, and it'll say this far to this place, and it's kilometers, is it centimeters, kilometers, kms, kilometers. And so you're sort of at that crossroad, but it's more than just 2 paths, and you're looking at where are you going to go. And here's your Knight of Cups. Now, it could be, considering that this could be moving to a new place, because it's cups. It could be different paths. It could be relationships and deciding what you're going to do. Are you going to have a relationship with this person? Are you going to, you know, have self-love? Are you going to be moving? And so you do have some choices. You're looking at which direction are you going to go. Now, what I have said this week and what Spirit has told me about the 7 of Cups is that, you know, you don't know what's under here. And and you don't have all the information. What Spirit has told me is this: as you choose these, whatever you choose is what you should have is to be. It's you know, because there's no accidents in the universe and we're in the flow. So it's choices, but it's choices that then you will experience whatever you're supposed to experience. So it's life lessons. And as you make a choice, you can make a choice and you could say, for example, well, I have decided I'm going to go this direction for a job. And they have offer, you know, and my other choice is this cup, which is another job offer, or that I'm going to be self-employed, or that I'm going to move to a location, or that I'm going to have a relationship. I mean, you have all these choices. But let's say you picked one choice and it's like, I'm going to take this job. And you go to that job, and then along the way you're there, and after 2 months you're going, this is not what I thought it was going to turn out to be. You know, because I wanted a job that was going to have opportunity or growth, or that it was an easy commute from home, or that I'd had a great teamwork, you know, whatever it was that was your feel was missing. Well, it was a lesson, because then you know that what kind of job really resonates with you. What are you going to be looking for the next time? It doesn't have to be that you're stuck there forever. It's a lesson if you take it as a lesson, and moving forward in the next job you're going to pick. Let's say that the job that you picked doesn't have opportunity for advancement. So the next time you go, you're going to be looking around and you'll say, well, what is the potential for growth in this company? Do you have internal training so that you can learn other tasks? And you know, the other question you can always ask is, I've asked it before, why is this position vacant? And they'll say, oh, that person was promoted. Well, then that shows you that they promote within it and has a chance for advancement. But if they say, for example, well, you know, if we have any, you know, open positions, we make them open to everybody. Well, then that doesn't mean that they really have advancement within there. Or they say, no, and you say, well, why is this position available? Well, that person moved on to another opportunity. Well, that could mean that they didn't have a chance for advancement. You know, you're interviewing them. So look for the cues. If you're in a place and it has, you take a job and it has a very long commute because you didn't know that they were doing construction on that road for the next 5 years, and so you have to go on an alternative route, then, you know, then when you're looking, and you can move from this job. You don't have to be in this job forever. And the next time, look around, and if it's the commute time is really important to you, look at the routes, look at the traffic, go into traffic during peak time to see how long it would take you. You know, use your discernment, use it as a lesson, not as a failure, but as a lesson, and then you move on with more information. So that's what all these are, is choices, lessons, and then you move on to discernment. That's, you know, that's what the 7 of Cups is. Then we have with that, moving forward, and the King of Cups. This could be moving residence, It can also be moving forward with your King of Cups, love coming in, or loving yourself. So it could be a couple of different things, moving residence or moving forward in a relationship. Because at the base of it is, it's saying have temperance, and you're going to get a message, a page of rods. Now, remember that the temperance, this is also about the temperance, about the 7 of Cups. So, take your time, get the information, because you have the page of rods, which is a communication that you've been waiting for. And it says, temperance is being patient and waiting and just letting the flow and not being reactive. And you're going to get the message that you've been looking for, because you have your Chariot moving forward. For some of you, it may be moving to a new place and you're waiting to hear from approval. For some of you, it could be a job and you're waiting to hear. So it says to have temperance, you're going to get the message that you've been waiting for. Now behind you, and I said this makes perfect sense, it's the moon and the high priestess. The moon indicates that you don't have all the information. And this is behind you, it's not ahead of you. So this can indicate that you did get in touch with your higher guidance, you got in touch with your intuition and got more information. That the moon card indicates that you don't have the complete picture and that there was something unseen. And then the high priestess indicates that you used your intuition so that you had more clarity in making your decision. And this is behind you. So this is, the 7 of Cups, following your intuition, getting the information, moving forward with your Chariot. So it's action, it's starting to move forward, and your choices. Because what's crowning you is the Hierophant and a Page of Pentacles. Another page, you got the Page of Rods, Page of Pentacles. The Hierophant can be like government or a large organization, and you're going to hear something. Could be some benefit from the government, could be hired by a government agency, and it's what's on your mind. It could be that you're waiting to get that message, or it could be that you do get that message about you're hired, or that you've been approved for this program, or that it's been found in your favor. Can be government, can be a large institution. Large institution can be like a university, it can be hospitals, it could be large corporations, and a message from them. Could be a legal thing that you're waiting, and that could be government, like a judge. But that's what's on your mind that you're going to be hearing from them. Because then what we have is right ahead, Ace of Rods. Now, if you look at that, there's the growth sprouting out. It's new opportunities, new growth coming. And you have the Two of Swords. I said you had swords. You had the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords says you don't have enough information yet, so you can't decide. Could be that you don't know which direction to go. It could be job offers. It could be opportunities, and you can't decide which direction to go, which jobs to apply for, or if you've been offered a job, which ones to accept. You're sort of blindfolded, not knowing yet, and undecided because you don't have all the information. And so that's what's coming up. New opportunities and blindfolded. It also could be, let's say you get a job offer and the Ace of Rods, or a project is approved, promotion is approved. You are undecided because you don't have all the information. Like maybe they say, okay, we're offering you a job. Well, I'm undecided because maybe I don't know what the pay is or what the duties are. Is it remote, or do I have to go, on site, or how many days on site, or what are my hours? You don't have all the information. Those are those questions to ask. So you are new things coming, but you need to get the information because you're feeling some heavy burdens right now. Or this is what you're thinking about is your heavy burdens, the 10 of Wands, and but you're feeling happy beginnings. So it could be transition, and during the transition is the burdens because it's melting or going from one to another, and the transition can add the duties from one to another, or as you transition, it could be that there's more responsibilities. For example, if you have a new job, it could be during that transition, it's getting used to and learning about this new place, learning the duties there, learning the route to get there. The whole logistics about if you have family and dropping them off or daycare or something. So it's that transition and the extra burdens as you're moving forward. But it's only for a period of time because you have this happy celebrations of the Four. If you're moving, the Four of Cups could be moving, and you know that when you're moving to a new place, all the responsibilities that you have with that, packing and, you know, loading up the truck and changing the utilities and moving the kids to the new schools and addressing, you know, all of that, which can be the Ten of Wands. But you're feeling good about it, and this is what's on your mind. Then we have here, what's ever going on is destiny, about death, the Death card. So it's a new beginning. It's right on track to your script. New beginnings, new opportunities. The Death card is not the Death card. The Death card is transition. Then we have the Lovers and the Ace of Swords. Now, the Lovers can be a decision because you know you had your Two of Swords. It can also be a relationship. And the Ace of Swords indicates information coming. So the Two of Swords, you couldn't make up your mind because you're blindfolded. The Ace of Swords is like cutting through and giving you the information so that you can make decisions. And the Lovers can be decisions. It could also be, if there's love coming into your life, that you get clarity. So that you're going with your eyes open, that there's nothing hidden about it. Because, you know, it provides the clarity. In the other deck, it shows the lightning rod hitting the head. So that's your aha. Okay, now I know what's going on. And so then you can make the correct decision, which is your Two of Swords. And then the final outcome is Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a movement card, an action card. It is the Five of Wands that has been changed to the Six of Wands, or Seven of Wands. Six of Wands is moving forward, leaving that situation. Seven of Wands is being victorious over it. Whatever challenges you had, you learned from that and you changed them into like tools, knowledge for other situations in the future. And you move away from that situation, but you're empowered. Related to work. So for some of you, you had a situation that maybe it had, you know, the Five of Wands is arguments, discord. It could be misdirection. It could be too many bosses. But you learned from that to change that over. Maybe you learn how to navigate through that situation, not necessarily change jobs, but navigate. It's related to work. Or for some others, because there's all this movement card in the Death, you go to a new job and you know if anything similar comes up, that how you can handle the situation. So it's movement and going forward into a positive environment. So things are really turning around now for you, and it has a good outcome. So let's see what we have here for the cards for you, Scorpio, for the Oracle cards for October. And the Divine Beloved. I'm going to read your Divine Beloved card right now. And this is for Scorpio, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have for Scorpio for the month of October? Okay. Right here. Okay, here's your card. Offering, I am peaceful. That's very good. That's very good. So maybe you found peace after going through that Five of Rods, which is all this confusion, could be arguments, and now you're in a sense of peace. Let me, Divine Beloved, offer all desires to you, knowing the right outcome are already selected. Grant me true surrender and peace. Let me be only a vehicle for your will in every way. You know, the Seven of Cups. There it is right there. That is the Seven of Cups. Let me read that again. Let me, Divine Beloved, offer all desires to you, knowing the right outcomes are already selected. Grant me true surrender and peace. Let me be only a vehicle for your will in every way. Yeah. So that really takes a lot of anxiety about making choices, you know, because whatever you decide, it's it's a lesson and it's part of the flow. So there's no wrong choice. It's informed. Be informed. Spirit will give you the knowledge and the insight, and then you can make your informed decision. But it takes the anxiety out of it. And then we have our I Ching right here. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, please show us what you have here for Scorpio for the month of October. What card do you want them to have? Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay. There. Okay. And this is the I Ching right here. And it is the Wanderer, number 56, which is an 11, which is a spiritual master number. Okay, 56, the Wanderer. There's 60, 56. Oh, okay. The Wanderer. There's the card. Seasoned travelers know that special decorum is called for when venturing far from home. They must develop a more yielding personality so that their local contact or host can open doors and pave the way. Inwardly, the wanderer knows that it's sometimes difficult to discern the intentions of strangers. Are they hostile or friendly, or merely opportunistic? The twin houses of mystery and discovery rule any journey we take. Okay, so journey can be change of a job, for example. And remember, you've got the movement cards here. Okay, so let's read this again. The twin houses of mystery and discovery rule any journey we take. Each new day is launched on a fresh landscape, one that reaches out to grab our attention. Travel is a great teacher and a great equalizer. There is an air to living on the road. Increased caution and discernment becomes the keys, not only to success, but to survival. If you are entering a new environment, be sincere, flexible, and undemanding rather than stubborn. So this applies to new jobs also. New jobs, relocations, new houses. Get rid of attitudes and habits that could encumber you or make you too conspicuous. The onset of a great journey is not a favorable time to enter into binding agreements or to start new enterprises. And though being the wanderers offers you a certain freedom from being judged by your history, you also have no history to fortify you. Pay close attention to local customs and honor them. And this applies to jobs too. I don't know if, especially in site jobs, on the site, and you get a new employee, and there is, the company, the job has a history, it has a manual, it has the way things are done, and they have developed that over time. Then you get the new employee that's like, oh, that's not how we did it at our company. Oh, that's not how we did it at our company. Well, good. It is fitting into that environment and knowing that, for one thing, you do not really know how it works yet. And for another thing, learn before you make suggestions. Because it is, not wanting to change it at the time. And they do have their own culture. Every work environment has their own culture. So if you're going to a new job, it's being willing to learn their way of doing things, and then along the way, then after you learn, then maybe you can make suggestions. But during that initial time, it's important to be learning and observing. So that's for somebody, and I have observed that with people before. And then I was a substitute teacher for a couple of years, and this is a pretty common. You'll have they have the lesson plan. The teacher has put their lesson plan exactly. They want this and this and this and this. And then you get the kid that's like, oh, Mrs. Jones did it this way. Or, we're supposed to do. I said, I'm following exactly what Mrs. Jones put here. She is the teacher. I'm the teacher today. And thank you. And then, like there's the one kid who's very insecure. And so they keep saying that throughout the day. And so it's a sign of insecurity. And I always say, well, I'm going exactly what she put down here on this piece of paper. I don't want to get in trouble with Mrs. Jones. So it's the same sort of thing. And that is a very common thing that substitute teachers will say. And it's because the child's insecure. They miss Mrs. Jones, and what are you doing there? It's part of that culture. Observe and follow the rules. Like this, when I was a substitute, I follow exactly what the lesson plan has. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have for our Scorpio for the month of October? And I really did love substitute teaching. It was fun, except for when I did middle school one day. The very first day I ever subbed, it's like I never went back to middle school again. And I like the littles, Some people don't. I like the pre-K and the K, and up to second grade. They're my fun, I really enjoyed them, especially K, because that's where they learn all the foundation for all the years, like how to get along and, follow the rules. But I always told the kids, when I said, I have one rule, be kind. And so that goes over to everything, like if someone's talking, you don't interrupt, you don't jump up, and, and you're being kind to them and being helpers and friends. It's, so that was the rule I always said, be kind, because it could go into, all avenues of how you act. Okay, angels and archangels. Here you go. What do we have for our Scorpio? And I am Scorpio. I'm Cancer, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio. So I have Scorpio in my chart too. There and here. Okay, to be fair, it's number 38. Then we have all that glitters. And then building blocks. So building blocks is the foundation. If you don't have a foundation, it won't stand up. Then we have all that glitters, which, you can be misdirected by looking at something that's shining that isn't really true. That can apply for everything. That can apply for discernments for jobs, discernments for relationships. So don't be distracted because the glitters may not be true, and what you're passing by could be your foundation. And then to be fair. And let me read the to be fair, which is 38. Okay, to be fair, balance, justice, I need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Yeah, that really does apply, doesn't it? Okay, then we're going to pull the, I'll pull the wisdom of the oracle. That's here, then the divine beloved right here. And then the two Louise Hay affirmation cards, and this is for our Scorpio. And then our meditation card. Nina's being so good. She's being sleepy, aren't you, Nina? Okay, and this is the divine beloved. Discernment, trusting your plan. Grant me discernment and detachment when they are needed most. May I honor my feelings and deeply, then fully let go, trusting your plan. There. And our two Louise Hay affirmation cards. Are you getting cold again, Nina? You are, you're shaking. And I don't even have the air conditioning on. Okay, angels and archangels. Here. 1. And this is for our Scorpio. 2. Okay, 3. We got 3 here. Okay, My healing is already in progress. This is for somebody. My willingness to forgive begins my healing process. And remember, forgive yourself too. If you have something to forget, don't be hard on yourself. I allow the love from my own heart to wash through me, cleansing and healing every part of my body. I know I am worth healing. So forgive others and forgive yourself. If you need to forgive yourself, love yourself. Then the point of power is always in the present moment. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in the moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. Okay, and the other card was right here, which was, it is safe to look within. As I move towards the layers of other people's opinions and beliefs, I see within myself a magnificent magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love what I see in me. Okay, so as I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful, I love what I see in me. Again, self-love. Okay, and then we have our meditation card for the month. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. And if you're interested in a reading, I have the subscriber special for the month of October. $5 off. Angels and Archangels. And those can be live or a video. Angels and Archangels. What do we have here for our Scorpio? Right here. Oops. Love to the moon and back. Love to the moon and back. And love yourself. Okay. Thank you so much. And from Portugal, Nina and I are sending you light and love.